Hello and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you have followed the calculations in the box below or looked at the calculations on my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com and concluded that you are a power year number 6, you're at the right place. Hey sixes, you only have to calculate your power year number once for the entire year of 2020. Your monthly numbers change, and that's where I come in. You are in the month of 8 sixes for the month of November. And I'm going to pick up our first deck of cards. We're going to talk about business. And while I shuffle these cards, sixes, I'm going to review what those numbers mean for you. So, if you're in the power year number 6, 6 is about home and hearth, what's happening in your relationships with your family, what's happening with your home. Are you happy with it? Are you relocating? Are you redecorating? Are you doing some things around the house? The number 6 can also mean that you are in charge of taking care of someone or helping out taking care of people. If you have a lot of 6s around you, you could be a therapist, you could be a nurse, you could be an aide, you could be anyone in service, actually. Anyone in service. That's a hairdresser, HR. But it's trying to help others and be a good communicator. The other big thing about 6 is, how much do I have to do for a person or a cause, and what have they done for me lately? So if you're the person who's always calling a friend, or and it's just assumed, whoever it is, that it's going to be you who does the calling, or you're the one who always puts in the overtime at work, you're the one who never says no when one of your siblings or somebody in the family has a problem, but they're not reciprocating, or the situation is vice versa. It's a year to have challenge after challenge after challenge with this, so that you can determine, what am I doing? And do I really want all this on my shoulders? How did I do this? How did I maneuver this into my life? The month of 8 is about, it's the most karmic month. It's the most karmic month. So it's kind of like you might have things happening in this month that are either a reward or just a rebound of some kind. If you're wondering, where did this come from? Where did that come from? The month of 8 is to not be a victim. You might be put into positions where you feel like, this is happening to me. Why is this happening to me? And we want to get you to take your power back. And the moment you stop blaming is the moment you get your power back. So we're going to take a look at that. It's also a month of finance. It can be financial reward, winning something. Can also be karmic debt, where you have a reversal of fortune or you lose money of some kind too. It's about having your own business or expanding that business, putting time into that business. All right, let's go, 6s. Let's take a look. For those of you who are working right now, 6s, let's take a look at how it's going for you, or what you can expect. And I do want to remind you, and I'll always remind you of this, that all words that are said in this reading are for you. So say that the reading under romance or relationship actually fits the description of your job more. The words are for you, okay? I'm just dividing things to try to be more specific and make it more organized and interesting. All right, this is what we've got. Okay, 6s. I feel like there's a challenge there's a challenge of feeling good about yourself going on in the workplace, and you're trying to figure it out, and you have to go through some kind of ordeal or steps, clarifications, something. Organizing. Maybe you're setting up your own business, and there's some unpleasantries because you have to ask for favors or for money or find the money or find the place to rent. And there's some unpleasantries about the workplace for you in this month, and that's where that communication comes in, and that's where well, wait a minute, I did do a heck of a lot for you. I think I need something back in return, because you're questioning yourself, like, am I some kind of a wimp? Am I some kind of a doormat? And it looks to me like you want to break free. Like you just want to break free and do your own thing and stick your neck out there and take some risks. But it's the beginning perhaps of something new. Maybe you're getting a new idea about something, or maybe you want to add something on to what you're doing now, or maybe you want to completely leave. This is what it looks like. It's like you're at it's the darkness before the dawn syndrome, where it's like you're at a point where you're like, everybody bug off. I just want to be on my own, or change and get away from a certain person or people or project or place, and I just want to do it on my own. This makes a lot of sense because of your numbers. That month of 8 in November is a person who wants to branch out on their own and do their own thing, and stop blaming others, or even doing the same kind of work with others. And you've got the go-ahead. You've got the go-ahead from the universe. You've got the wind behind you of the universe, and your guides and your angels and your ascended masters to push you forward. Into this kind of thinking, to be more independent of others' grip, or whatever they're holding over your head on you. Let's move on to 6s who are looking for work. And interesting. 6s, there's just this feeling of you being bogged down. You're just bogged down. And there's a good bit here I've got for you, 6s, is that a card fell out when I was shuffling, and if it's 10 cards, I don't worry about it. But it's one card, I want to take a look at it, and it's the best card in the deck, and it's the Sun card. And I'm going to leave that out for your whole reading here, because the Sun card is that on my card there's a big golden arch, and it's the universe wants to push you through that sun. They want you to go ahead with your thoughts, to look forward to something, to look for a new endeavor, or have success. It's actually all your wishes coming true. So take a look at some of the ideas that you've had, or maybe you've been bogged down with your commitment to others to move forward, but the cards are wanting you to move forward. Now, for 6s who are looking for work, I find you totally backed into a corner and not sure what to do. You're just not sure what to do, and you're dragging with you again this responsibility of others, but you don't have the nerve to make the break. Now, this can be from taking care of your family. Maybe you feel like, no, the home needs me, the kids need me, or the office needs me, or the co-workers need me. It's like, I don't know, I'm worried about, it could be money. I can't take a cut in pay because I need it for so and so and for this or for that or the other thing, or it's just other people that you don't want to let down, and you don't have the nerve to take a chance, and you're being hit with challenges this month that say, okay, do you like it like this? And the rest is up to you. Are you going to stay in victim mode of I have to, maybe I really should, or are you going to use this Sun card, and are you going to say, well, it looks like the time, it's a now or never kind of thing. And another thing, sixes, is that everything doesn't always work out overnight. Now, you may have gotten some kind of an offer from someone, and that would be perhaps an overnighter, where you give a 2-week notice, and it is a quick change. But in a lot of cases, it's not an overnight. So you might start thinking of, well, what do I really want? What does my perfect day look like? And let me figure it out step by step, how I can possibly add it into my mix. Okay, sixes, let's move on to relationship. Now we're going to get our relationship deck. Now 6 is all about, I don't even think I said this, sixes. It's all about your love relationship as well. It's about, are you a couple? Are you finally going to make a commitment? Or are you going to let that person go so you can find the right person for you? It's a big theme of relationship. It's the most romantic relationship, most important year number in your cycle. So let's take a look for sixes who are in a relationship. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. Okay. Now, this is looking like, Okay, so if you know anything about the tarot deck, you've got the Tower card, and the Tower card is a rough card. It's a card about, it can be abandonment, it can be about the relationship falling apart, it can be about finances falling apart, or an idea that you had that you really wanted to work out. Now, with the Tower card, you can rebuild, and you will rebuild these things. You got that Sun card that fell out, remember, and that's just pushing you forward, pushing you forward, pushing you forward. But if you're in this relationship, this serious relationship, and I'm going to stretch this to really any important relationship in your life. It's like there's been a past connection. There could even be a past life connection with someone where you feel like, why am I doing so much for this person or this cause? Or I don't even know how much I enjoy this friendship. Or I've been asking my spouse or my loved one for something for so long, and it's kind of like you're almost there. You're at this middle road, because your action card is you've almost made it. You've almost made it to get what you wanted out of the relationship or a request you made to your spouse or loved one. And boom, it all comes, falling down. And you got to take a look, if you'd like to take a look at how much are you holding of the bag and how much is the other person holding of the bag? I mean, is it really something that you want? Or what is it that you asked your partner that you really wanted, and it looks as though it's just going to actually fall apart this month? Like maybe Maybe you were even planning you finally got them on track because you were going to do some home improvements or you were going to take that vacation, and then boom, something happens and it's just not going to happen this month. But you should still keep plugging. Still keep plugging. Because you had that sun card where all wishes come true. In this month of November, so that you can put things in line for the future. With this karmic debt month, you can think about in terms too is, well, maybe I had this coming. Maybe I wasn't always great or nice in certain situations. Not that it has to mean that. Maybe the other person wasn't, because the Tower card, just because something falls apart, it may be for the good or for the better for you. Okay, let's take a look at if you are looking for a relationship. You're in this year of 6, and we want to check it out. If you're looking for something, how's that going to go? Okay. This also is it's about separation. So I have, first of all, you feel abandoned. There's been some kind of change in perhaps a relationship that you were having, and you felt like what happened, what went wrong, and then you have very well-meaning people perhaps giving you advice, and that's a very good thing, because where you feel like you may have lost one relationship, maybe another relationship is moving in closer, or you're going to be able to pick up other relationships or give them more time. Maybe there's somebody, again, this can be about any relationship, even if you have friends that this relates to, or a family member. But I am basically talking about love, because I'm going to divide the reading up into different sections. But there are other people who want to be around you and want to be with you, and I don't know if you're giving them enough time. And it looks as though you are losing dead weight in the relationship area. You're either going to lose the maybe you keep asking somebody out, maybe you keep listening when they say I'm just busy, next week, maybe you're getting a lot of empty promises, and I feel like you're going to be losing that dead weight and recharging and refocusing on maybe somebody else who you didn't think was your type, or responding to someone who keeps trying to get a hold of you and give them a chance. That's what it looks like to me. And that is it. It's all the numbers really give a lot of insight as to what these cards mean for you. Now, let's take a look at any question that you have, sixes. Any question that you have. And it could be, again, about love, a relationship, any relationship. It can be about work, career, going back to school, health, anything at all. And let's take a look about what we... Making sure, okay, that thought that maybe 2 cards were sitting together. So you have this this fear of loss going on, and it can be loss of money, but it can also be loss of job. It can be loss of relationship. And for what is this? Competition with loved one. Interesting. I wrote some cheat notes down on my card because I just happened to be flipping through something and see another definition for this particular card that I liked. So my meaning for this card is that there's a fear of loss, or there's a threat of loss, and this can be a relationship, it can be the loss of money, it can be the loss of job, just the loss of something. And the other meanings that I picked up for the card that I liked is that this is really like a temporary situation. It's a glitch in time in your life. And you could be having some kind of competition where, I don't know, you feel with a loved one, competition with a loved one, so that, or let me even widen that scope. What if you're competing for a job against somebody else and you're afraid you're going to lose it? What if you're competing for the attention of either a friend or a love interest? There's all kinds of competitions that can be going on out there, and maybe you're competing with yourself. Maybe you're competing with yourself that, oh God, I was always a good friend. I always thought I was doing the right thing, and now I just can't seem to keep it up anymore because I just feel like I'm not getting anything back. That would be very, very fitting for the numbers that are supporting you at this time. And what's happening is that you're having a big shift of events where there are these hurdles that you have to get over, and you are going to, because this is a 9 card, so you're kind of at the end of a saga, and you have a few more big days, hurdles, arguments, or sleepless nights to get through until you get to those smoother waters. However, even when things smooth out for you in this situation, you still have nervousness and second guessing yourself moving into the future. Did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Did I do the right thing? Now, you had that Sun card fall out. And that Sun card says, I think it's kind of a poop or get off the pot month for you. It's that if you don't like something, change it, 6s. That's what it's all about. Release yourself from the situation. Get away from the worry of it. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen, because ultimately everything's going to be okay. Ultimately, everything is how it's meant to be. You're here learning on this earth. Now, you may not believe that. I do, and it helps me. It's the only thing that helps me get through the toughest times of my life and the crises and the crossroads, is that it's leading me, the universe is leading me to where I'm meant to be headed. So you've got some things going on here in this month of November, and I would love to know what they are. That's what I have for you today, 6s. If you'd like to ask me any questions or get a hold of me for a private reading, just jump onto my website at gemmaswindow@gmail.com. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you. Thanks, 6s. See you next month for your month of endings in December. Wow. Okay. And then we have a new year and a new number for you, 6s. Okay, guys, take care. See you next time. Bye for now.